Good afternoon. Today is Saturday, March the 18th, 2023. My name is Jay Wu. I am the owner of Blanks by Wu as well as Jay Wu Creations. At Blanks by Wu, we sell sublimation blanks to other crafters as well as other businesses. For Jay Wu Creations, we do custom work for any and every occasion. So just let us know what you may need and we got you. So, today we are here to just discuss a little bit more about the design space print and cut setting updates that are ongoing. Um, a lot of people are confused on how to get your systems to be switched over to get that done. So I will do a brief walkthrough today, video style, because everybody likes to be hands on. And I will just show you how this is done. So let's get started. I'm going to add my desktop to the screen and we are going to go to the design space tab. If you look here at the top, it is shown. Let me add that back. If you look here, I have two different spots for design space. I have one at the top here and I also have one at the bottom. So I am just going to click the icon and we're going to open up design space. Once that opens in that white box, you want to pay attention to your version, which it says version 7.29. That just basically lets you know that you're in that version 7.29, the live version. If you're in beta version, it will let you know that you are in a beta version. But I will go more into detail to show you more about that. So once it does pull up, it's just going to show your home page for your design space. Your space may or may not look like mine. It just depends on if you have a subscription or not. I have one, but just take it out of my account monthly, and I go from there. So we're going to get started and do a small walkthrough. What you're going to do, before I start that, what you can also pay attention to as well is this version type, as stated before. There are two spots to review that. You can review, well, probably three. You can review that when it first pops up. It always shows you that on the white load up box for your design space. You can also look here for top left corner by the icon. It shows you your version space. And then I'm pretty sure in your home, when you go to it, your home buttons, and you go to about issues or more about Cricut, it's going to tell you what type of version you have. So what we're going to do today is just go to settings. Once you click on those three bars beside home, and once you're in settings, you're going to notice that you have four different tabs at the top: general, canvas, load type, and notifications. On the general, this is where we're going to do most of our changes here, and also load type. I'm just going to point out a few things to you, give you a few tips and pointers of what I think works for me, and hopefully it helps you out as well. Under the general tab, you will see English, which is just basically your language. You will see saving for offline. A lot of people are confused about what those two things mean. Cloud and computer and cloud only. Cloud only to me means that it's just going to save in your design space. You can't move it out unless you do the loopholes. I'm not sure if you know about it. I'm not going to go into detail. That's a whole other video. But there's loopholes of how to pull that out as a PNG file if you know what you're doing. However, if you choose to save it as cloud and computer, what I have learned is it saves it on design space, and then it also creates like this temporary folder on your computer of those documents. So I found it to be very nice from time to time when I'm trying to backtrack something or to pull something out of design space. As you know, you cannot export. So if I want to use another software to do sublimation or anything of that nature, or to just jazzy it up a little bit in one of my more advanced graphics softwares, I'll pull it as a PNG and pull it over and do what I got to do. Also at the bottom, you will see application experience. You have beta and you have live. As you see right now, what the green radio button is, we are currently in the live version. As stated, it doesn't say anything about beta on the versions at the top, so we are in the live version. Also, if you go to load type, it's going to show you just more things about what kind of Cricut products that you have and what settings you're trying to input. So that's why you see mine, it says Explorer. I have Explorer 2. Right now, just have the general mat in because I only use my 12 by 24 for big projects or, bigger than size life prop kind of things. And then you have your print and cut settings. As long as you are under the live version, you will only have two print and cut settings available to you, which are A4 and letter size. So that is another way that you can also tell that you are still currently on the live version, as it has not gone to everyone just yet, unless you manually switch over to beta. So what we're going to do is go back to the general tab and go to application experience and select beta. There's going to be a little small pop-up that appears for you to basically let you know that this is going to restart your design space. If you have not already, you would like to save your work first, and then we can come back and do what we need to do. So save your work before you hit done. And if not, then all your work will be lost, and you will be very upset. That has happened to many times, especially when Design Space were having a lot of issues back when everybody started crafting. It was terrible. It made me buy a Cameo because I just couldn't deal with the issues. But back to the topic. So now I'm going to select beta, select done, and it's automatically going to restart for you. So you see that version 29 disappeared there? That was the live version. When it comes back, it's going to read a beta, and it's going to show you what version of beta that you're going to be on. Please be mindful that your beta version is a testing phase. There are bugs and quirks and things that are still working out, so you have to be patient. So keep that in mind when you're going to the beta. On your white pop-up that does appear, it's going to say beta 7.30, as you see here. Beta version 7.30.126. So when it pops up, like I said before, your view is going to change. So you're going to see a lot of different other things there. Your view may not match my view. I have a subscription, which is fine. A subscription is not required. So what you want to do now is go back to home, go back to settings, and you're going to go back through the same things before. Application experience says beta, good. Load type. Your load types are going to be your big changers. Once you click here, you're going to see 5 versus the 2 that you saw in the live version. So now you have legal, tabloid, and A3. Select the size that you want, go design, and do your thing. So I'm just going to select a project that I've done before. This is just something I did for a customer who went to Aruba recently. So I'm just going to customize that. Open it up and make it 10 inches so I can print on a big paper and show you what it looks like. All right, so that's loaded. My height is make it proportional. I'm going to put 10 there and it makes it to a 9.4 width. Once I go to make it, it's going to pop up and get ready to print. So it's preparing my image, and as you can see, it's getting ready to print on an 11 by 17 paper. Keep in mind, in order to do this larger size print and cut, you will have to have a larger mat. Your normal standard 12 by 12 mat will not work unless you are going to physically tape them together, which I would not recommend, as you can purchase them in a set of 2 for the 12 by 24 for possibly much of nothing. It'll pay for itself in a cut or 2. So again, I say it's going to automatically switch you over to, let's zoom out so you can see the larger mat, to the 12 by 24 mat. So be sure that you do have one of those on file if you do choose to do that, and then you can just kind of move this how you would like on that particular mat. If you find that you chose the wrong material size and you want to change it back, that is fine. Keep in mind, Cricut will try to read your dimensions. If you do not have the dimensions for the letter size, you will not be able to print that on letter size because your image has exceeded their dimensions. So I only have A3 and tabloid based off of the 10-inch image I wanted to print. So that is how you locate the new settings for the print and cut in Design Space. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. You can find me at Blanks by Woo on Facebook, or basically on all platforms. JWoo Creations on all platforms. I do answer my messages and things when necessary, or when possible. I'm going to say necessary because it's always necessary when possible. And then you can also ask any questions in the group. And if I am in the group that you are located, I will definitely answer your questions if I do see them. A lot of you may not know me. I've been in these groups for probably most of them since they've started. basically what they started from. So we're not going to call out any other group names, but I'm a solid player. I sit in the background. I listen. I learn. I do my thing. That's just what I do. I share advice when necessary, but most of the time, a lot of people go ahead and hop on. I'm just not once just kind of get outspoken, you know, to be blah. Everybody got to hear me. That's just not me. I like to be in the background. I like to do my thing, and my work speaks for itself. So again, if you have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, good luck crafting.